Hello and welcome to Maya's Meadow part 14. In this part we're going to do border part 1, which is only 2 rounds, so you'll be fine. Border round 1 is a little bit involved and you have to do all of your counting for border round 2 to make sure the rest of them work out. Border rounds 3 to 7 will be much more fun and easier. They will be part 15. Instructions and stitch counts are provided per short side, which is the top and the bottom, the zigzaggy parts, and long sides, which are the straight parts down the sides of the blanket. Due to the shape of the blanket, there will be a lot of words for the short side. I'm sorry. Depending on whether you are right or left-handed, you'll start in either one of the top corners of the blanket. There is a diagram on my website that shows you where you will need to start. So I'm going to start with border round 1, and I'm using color P and the slip knot already on my hook, and starting in the top right corner, the chain 2 corner space, top left if you're left-handed, with a standing stitch. We're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. This is the first corner made, and that is not part of the repeat for the short side. So this is where the repeat starts for the short side. We're going to skip the first hidden stitch, which is truly hidden, and we're going to double crochet in the next 49 stitches. It's 5. 10. 15. Buddy, don't eat my yarn, please. 20. 25, and that one falls in the stitch after a front post double crochet. That's 30 stitches. Five. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That will bring us to the next corner space. Into that corner space we are going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1 and 2 double crochets. We'll skip the first hidden stitch and double crochet in the next 49 stitches. So That's the hidden stitch. It's not so hidden there. And double crochet in the next 49. That's 10. That's 20. And 24 will fall in that front post double crochet. $30. $40. 41. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And 9. This will bring us back to a corner space again. We will double crochet in the next chain 2 space. Then we will make a double crochet in the next HTC of joining row 1, which is there. It'll be a big hole. It'll contain a joining single crochet. And that is that double crochet made. Then we will double crochet in the next half double crochet of the joining row. And then we're going to make a double crochet 2 together, working into the same last HTC and the next chain 2 space. So double crochet 2 together and into that chain 2 space. And that's just to make sure there's no hole there in there. Ooh, so now we're going to work into the first small motif. We're going to skip the first hidden stitch and double crochet in the next 16 stitches. So skip the first stitch, double crochet in the next 16 stitches. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Into the chain 2 corner space, we're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 double crochets. I'm going to skip the first hidden stitch and double crochet in the next 16 stitches. $15 and 16. That brings us back to the chain 2 corner space. Into that chain 2 corner space, we're going to make a double crochet. Then we're going to make a double crochet into the half double crochet of the joining round, and a double crochet in the next half double crochet of the joining round. And then we're going to double crochet 2 together, working into the same stitch of the joining round and the next chain 2 corner space. And that again just closes that hole a little bit. Now we're going to start the whole repeat again. We are going to skip the first hidden stitch, which is there, and double crochet in the next 49 stitches. Five, I don't have a lot of space here, so it's really tricky to keep this on my desk and pull my yarn. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20, 24th one will fall in the front post DC, and 25. $30, 5, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Into that chain 2 corner space, we're going to do, oh come on, sorry, into that chain 2 corner space we're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 1 and 2 double crochets. Skip the first hidden stitch, double crochet in the next 49 stitches. 20, 21, 22, 23 and 24 will fall in that front post double crochet, 25. Double check. 1, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48. Come on. And 49. That brings us to the chain 2 corner space again. Double crochet into the chain 2 corner space, double crochet into the next joining HTC, double crochet into the next joining HTC, make a double crochet 2 together into the next joining HTC and the next chain 2 corner space. Skip the first hidden stitch, double crochet in the next 16 stitches. Eight falls into that front post single crochet, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Into the chain 2 corner space, we're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. Oh man, this is getting heavy on my lap. Skip the first hidden stitch, double crochet in the next 16 stitches, eight's going to fall in that front post single, that's 10 made, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16 brings us to the next chain 2 corner space. Into the chain 2 corner space, make a double crochet. Into the joining HTC, make a double crochet. Into the next joining HTC, make a double crochet. And then double crochet 2 together, working into that same last joining HTC and the next chain 2 corner space. Oh, we're almost done with the short side. I've got to work away that end. That's not very tidy. Oh, okay. Skip the first hidden stitch and double crochet in the next 49 stitches. That's 5. 10. 15. 20. 21. 22. 23. And 24 should fall in that front post double crochet. 25. 13. 35. 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Into the chain 2 corner space we are going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1 and 2 double crochets. Skip the first hidden stitch, double crochet in the next 49 stitches. Five, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24 will fall in that front post double crochet. 25, 30, 5, 40, 45. Let me just take a quick breather. 46, 47, 48, and 49. Into the chain 2 corner space, we are going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 more double crochets. And this is the end of the short side. That will bring you to the long side, which is just straight all the way with some kinky bits. Now we're on to the long side of border round 1. We're going to skip the first hidden stitch and double crochet in the next 49 stitches. Five, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24 will be in that double crochet, front post double crochet. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, and 49. That will bring us to the chain 2 corner space. Into that chain 2 corner space, we're going to make a double crochet. And then this is where the repeat will start. And you will do that 2 times in total. So we're going to do 2 double crochet in the second half double crochet of joining row 1. 2 double crochet in the last half double crochet of joining row 1. Half double crochet in the next chain 2 space. Now be mindful, it's a half double crochet in that next chain 2 space, not a double crochet. We're going to skip the first hidden stitch and single crochet in the next 10 stitches, and this is to account for the fact that the leaf is slightly curved. Skip the first stitch, single crochet in the next 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now we're going to half double crochet in the next 30 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Oh, don't fall off my lap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 20. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 30. Double crochet in the next 55 stitches, and the second one should fall in this front post double crochet. So double crocheting in the next 55 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. 15. 20. 25. 30 also in a front post double crochet. Five, 40, 45, 46, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, and 55. We're going to do, what are we going to do? We're going to double crochet in the next chain 2 space. Yep, so that is the repeat done. So I'm going to put in the timeline, I'll put a little link to where you need to skip back to if you want to see the repeat again for working into this next motif, and then I will meet you back where I've worked into this second motif or the third motif, and I'm about to work into the last motif. Now that we've done that second repeat, we're on to the last motif on the long side, and we are going to make 2 double crochets in the second HCC of joining row 1, and then 2 double crochets in the last HCC of joining row 1. We're going to make a half double crochet in the next chain 2 corner space, skip the first hidden stitch and single crochet in the next 10 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Half double crochet in the next 30 stitches. Five. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Double crochet in the next 55 stitches. The second one will be a front post double crochet. It's 5. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 in that front post double crochet. 45, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, and 55. Into the chain 2 corner space, we're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 double crochets, and that finishes off our long side. You will need to repeat the entire short side, long side sequence again so that you've worked around all 4 sides, remembering that when you finish the last long side, this corner will have already been made before we started the short side, so you're just going to omit that from the pattern and join to that first stitch of the corner with a slip stitch. Right, on to border round 2. Now we move on to border round 2. Please note that the pointy bits at the top of the blanket will be made differently to the 4 main corners of the blanket. So to start round 2, we're going to slip stitch in the next stitch and in the chain corner space. Chain 2, which will count as half double crochet, and then into that same corner, half double crochet, chain 1, and 2 half double crochets. So that will be your first corner made. Then we're going to half double crochet in the next 53 stitches. You won't be skipping any stitches along the sides. So the first one will be hidden. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, and 53. So that will bring us to the next chain corner space. You will notice that my cherry flower has magically turned purple, and that's because I only have half the blanket to demonstrate on, because I cut half the border off in order to demonstrate the border. So this will bring us to this corner, and we're going to do 1 half double crochet, chain 1, and 1 half double crochet into that corner space. And this starts the repeat that we will do twice in total. Now remember that these corners are different from the initial corners that had 2 half doubles, chain 1, 2 half doubles. Half double crochet in the next 51 stitches. You're essentially working into all the stitches, not skipping any. One, two, three, four, 5. Ten. 15. 20. 25. 30. 35. 40. 45. 6. 47. 48. 49. 50. And 51. Now we're going to make 2 decreases. We're going to half double crochet 2 together twice. The last leg of the last stitch should fall in the top of that double crochet 2 together. So over the next 2 stitches, half double crochet 2 together, and over the next 2 stitches, half double crochet 2 together, and all your half double crochet 2 togethers in this little valley. The last leg of that second one should always fall in the top of a DC2 together from the previous round. Half double crochet in the next 18 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Into that corner space we're going to do half double crochet, chain 1 half double crochet, working into the next 18 stitches, half double crochet in each, including that first stitch. It's 5. Sorry, the blanket wants to fall down. Rejig. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Half double crochet 2 together twice. That last leg again falls in the top of the double crochet 2 together. Half double crochet in the next 51 stitches. That's 10. $20. 30. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, and 51. So that will bring us back to the corner, and this is where we will do this whole repeat again, and I will put a timestamp to where you need to go back to if you want to see that again. So I'm going to continue doing this, and then I'll meet you back up when we get to the last pointy corner of the blanket. I've made my way to the last pointy corner at the top, and into that corner I'm going to do a half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, and then we're going to start working down this last slope before we get to the long side. Half double crochet in the next 53 stitches. Five. 10. 15. 20. 35, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, and 53. That brings us to the corner at the end of the short side, and into that corner we're going to make 2 half double crochets, so not 1, 2, chain 1, and 2 more half double crochets, and then we're going to start on the long side. Ooh, you're going to need to take a breath before you start on the long side. We're going to half double crochet in the next 356 stitches. Remember that that first one will be hidden, so I will demonstrate the first 10 or so, although I'm sure you know how to make half doubles, and then I'm going to skip right to the end and show you the corner. That's 5, 8, 9, 10, 20. I strongly suggest that you use stitch markers every 100 stitches or so, or alternatively counting tens all the way in tens, and then make sure that you have 6 stitches left before the next corner space instead of counting to 356, if that makes sense. $50. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches left. Oh, thank God. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, and 56, which brings me to the end of the very, very long side. So into that corner we are going to do 2 half double crochet, chain 1, and 2 half double crochet, because this is an actual corner of the blanket, not a pointy bit top and bottom. And that's the end of the long side. So you will need to repeat all of the short side again, all of the long side, omitting this last corner because you'll already have made that at the start before you started the repeat, and you will join to the first stitch, which would be at top of a chain 2 with a slip stitch. And that will be a border part 1 all done. And then next week we will move on to border part 2, which is the last 5 rounds. Let me check. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, the last 5 rounds of the border, and then we are all done. Check your stitch count very carefully at the end of round 2, because it needs to be correct for the rest of the repeats to work out, and the rest of the repeats will be much easier to keep track of than this one. Thank you very much for watching. See you next week. Bye bye.